There are two very simple tools we all have when we go to the track. One is free, and the other can be bought in a pack of 12 for around $1. Forget shocks, tires, springs, cold air induction, and a lightweight flywheel. The two most important tools you have when you go to the track is a track map and a pen. This is especially true when going to a track you've never been to before. Simulations and in-car video posted on YouTube may help with memorizing the track, but things like grip, off-camber corners, and irregularities in the track surface cannot be found from simulations or videos. When you come off track, it's important to follow the same routine each time you come off. Store your helmet and Hans device in the same place every time, and take your tire temperatures in the same pattern each time. Be sure to write these temperatures down. Then make sure you hydrate and attend your group download session. When you get back to your pit stall, find a cool, quiet, comfortable place. Your truck with the air conditioning running or maybe a quiet room with the track can work. Make sure there are no distractions though. You need to be alone with your thoughts for this activity. With your track map in hand, replay each corner back in your mind. Close your eyes for this. Turn 1. Turn 2. What were your hands doing with the steering wheel approaching the apex, at the apex, and after the apex? Still turning in, unwinding the wheel? What did your butt sense? What were your feet doing? Were you still applying brake at or after the apex, or were you on the throttle before the apex and wide open throttle at the exit? Most likely several corners felt good. Also most likely a few corners probably didn't feel so well. You may have had understeer approaching the apex or having to lift off the throttle after the apex. Worst case, you had to apply brake after the apex because you're running out of track. Write all these things on your track map, corner by corner. Studies show we learn best when we write stuff down. Not type, but actually write. Something with the physical activity of writing helps the mind to remember and learn. It is able to take in the information and begin formulating a solution. The brain is designed to solve problems. Now pick at most 3 corners. 1 to 2 is preferred, and begin formulating a plan for these corners. Write this on your track map. You know the goal is to be on the throttle before the apex, and not lifting until the next brake zone. So back up and think where you need to place the car to accomplish this. At some tracks, there may be a sequence of corners that you need to go back to set up for the corner in question. My first time at Mid-Ohio, one of the more technical tracks in North America, I had 2 corners in particular on Saturday that were giving me issues. Turn 6, approaching the Honda Bridge, and turn 12 with the carousel. I took notes on turn 6, front end washing out, missing apex because of understeer, on the throttle late. Admittedly, I was not able to solve this corner by myself, but the process of writing identified it as an issue. Saturday night at the awards banquet, I was able to talk with some other drivers, and the thing with turn 5 entering 6 at Mid-Ohio is it is downhill. You are already coming downhill, and when you brake for turn 6, the front end really compresses, and if you come off the brake too soon, the front end will rise up, and the result is loss of front end grip. You need to wait a heartbeat, and when you turn your head and see the Honda Bridge, you can then come off the brake and transition to throttle. This worked. Turn 12, the carousel, is a different animal. It is off camber if you get too far out, and also a reducing radius corner. This corner I was able to solve with my track map and notes. I knew I was running out of track, turning in past the apex, and on a few laps, braking past the apex because I was running out of track. That tire barrier comes up pretty quick. Instead of taking this like a traditional carousel, I knew I had to get my braking and turn in done sooner to help guarantee being on the throttle before or at the apex. So coming off 11, after clipping the exit striping on my right tires, I hit it straight and clipped the inside striping at 12 with my right tires instead of approaching like a traditional carousel. Once the car whipped off the inside edge of the track, I applied brake and began to turn in. I also used a little trail braking to help rotate the car. The result was the apex was staring right at me, and I applied throttle and unwound the wheel. Success. I felt great that I solved this corner. The process of writing on the track map helped identify the problems at Mid-Ohio and helped lead me to the solution. At the end of the weekend, don't throw away these track maps with your notes. These are invaluable. Hang on to them and store them. You now have something to review the next time you come to Mid-Ohio. We'd love to hear from you. If you liked or got something from this video that you can use right now at the track, click subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment. CallTheGrid.com is about you. If there are any issues you have been struggling with regards to your car's performance, chassis setup, or performance driving, post those in the comments as well, and we may address those in a future presentation. Like our Facebook page, which has content from across the world of road racing. We promise no politics or pictures of kids and graduations. Check out our Instagram feed where you can see what it's like to be Call the Grid. We're also on Twitter. To see more content like this, visit CallTheGrid.com. There you can get everything you need to be successful on the track. Helmets, racing suits, balaclavas, Nomex socks, chassis setup equipment, and what you need for the shop and paddock from Bell, Simpson, OMP, Alpine Stars, Longacre, and other leaders in the industry. We are an exclusive dealer for AST suspension. We have you covered with apparel for the driver's meeting, racing-inspired art for the home, and other gear and merch to show your love for road racing. As always, peace out, be safe, have fun, and go fast.